Hello, this is Cheryl Clark from PhenomenalSpeeches.com, and today I want to discuss cultural competency, what it is and why it's important for public speakers to hone it as a critical soft skill. So, what is cultural competency? To me, the short answer is that it is the ability to empathize and effectively communicate across cultures, to really make a connection with people from different cultures who are different from you. So obviously, when you're traveling abroad, different cultures are immediately presented in foreign countries. But I think it's also very important to remember that various cultures are embedded within the state and city in which you already live. So please don't think that you only have to be competent when you travel overseas, because it can vary within a few mile radius even sometimes. So as a public speaker, the more mindful you are of these differences, the more effective you'll be. So whether you are speaking to a group of international students, or you're chatting with inner city residents or a foreign dignitary, or even your professional counterpart in another country, having cultural competence will definitely make you stand out from the others. So let's take a clip to demonstrate this. I want to show a very quick clip of President Obama's speech in 2005 when he went to Jamaica. This will demonstrate what I mean. So check it out.
Greetings, massive. Hey. Wagwan, Jamaica.
Now, as someone of Jamaican descent, I can be perfectly honest and say his accent was a little suspect, but his energy, his opening phrase, the energy of it, the candor, the spirit of it, they were spot on. And in less than 10 seconds, he made an impact with the audience to let them know that he understood them, he wanted to make a bond with them, and it went over really well. This is competence. This is charisma. This is immediate engagement. This is laying the groundwork so that the audience will be eager to hear whatever it is that he's got to say next. So this is why I chose this example. It's also humor, which I realize does not always come naturally for everyone. So remember that you don't have to push too far. Don't go too far away from your authentic self to make that connection, because there are other ways. I believe that to be successful in communicating with people who are different from you, you really first need to understand why you're doing it. You need to understand the benefits of it and why you're doing it. So number one, I think it shows that you have a respect for diversity. You respect people who are different from you, and that's okay. It also demonstrates that you care about the people with whom you are speaking. You care enough to research and care and dig in to see what's important to them. It also proves that you're astute enough to know that your worldview is not the be-all, end-all, and not the standard by which others should be measured. And that's a critical piece to me. So the next time you have a speech with to high school students or young adults, put some time in your research to make sure that you're engaging them in a meaningful way and covering issues that are important to them from a perspective that is relatable. That's the key. Also, I think it's important to say, please do not assume that folks who are in a racial minority group, don't assume that they grew up in poverty or they came from hardship. And I'll tell you a quick story, a personal story of what happened to me a few years ago. I was in New York at a networking event, and afterwards we're, networking, of course. I'm chatting with a guy, telling him that outside of writing for executives, I've also long time have been a creative writer, novels, plays, poetry, and things of that nature. So he automatically jumps to, I really, really would love to read some of your stuff. I think I love reading from minority authors because I love reading about the struggle, and I'm so fascinated with it. Now, he may have had good intentions, but I never said I wrote about the struggle. I never said that was my identity. And two, this just screams of an obsession of reading about the misfortune of others. So don't do this. Please don't do it. Even if you mean well, just don't do it. It's offensive and it's embarrassing. Cultural competency is being aware of your cultural conditioning. It's about being aware of your biases, your blind spots, and taking the initiative to learn about other people's values, their customs, their unwritten rules, their styles of business, their practices, and where they come from. Learning about it, not making assumptions about it. So, how can you become more competent? Research. You can watch videos, ask questions on sites like Coralock.com, visit museums. Immersion. Try new things that will expose you to people from different cultures in a meaningful and authentic way. So if you always play golf or go fishing or go hunting, try finding a local cricket match to see, check out a different kind of sporting event that will put you in a different group. Flip side, if you always go watch basketball or football, try another sport that will put you in the company of others who are different from you. If you live in a big city with ethnic hubs like Little Italy, or they have celebrations for Diwali, for the Indian culture, check that out. These are things that you can do without buying a plane ticket. Avoid stereotypes. That's self-explanatory. Be straightforward. I think it's very important to when you're talking to people, let them know why you need them and why they need you. Part of showing respect for people who are different from others is just being honest. It's being transparent. It's saying when you don't understand something, and doing it in a kind and agreeable way. So that's all I've got for today. I really hope you found this video helpful. Talking about cultural competency, it's important because you need to communicate effectively through empathy and understanding of people who are different from you. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below or send me a message in my inbox. I will be happy to respond to you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week.